when there's a little, contribution, but there's a deep commitment here for me to give you bacon. So here's my thing. You've got to learn to be committed. And it's called give a little, take a little. And sometimes in real wholesome relationship, you almost feel like you're dying. Say amen, even if you ain't to church. Okay? All right, I'm not going to stay there. Let's go to 5. Release past guilt and failures. You know, I always say this. You may have done what they say you've done, but you're not what you've done. You are not what you've done. And that's one of the most wonderful things about mothers, because when mothers birth their children, they speak such wonderful things over them. And when their children wind up sometimes even in jail or prison or headed for the electric chair, that mother's love never fails for that child, because she knows that in her heart of hearts there's still good things down in that child. So you are not what you did, and you have to separate that. You have to say, I did it, but that's not who I am. And you have to stop being what you did and become who you are. Boom, boom, I said something. You got to just stop being what you did and become who you are. And how you do that is listen to that voice that is on the inside of you, that good voice that is telling you, you can do it, you can do it, you can make it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to encourage your own self. Sometimes you have to have a relationship with your own self. You have to discover that there's a voice down inside of you when other people will not tell you. You got to just talk to yourself. Even sometimes in the car on Bobby Jones. Everybody looking at you like you crazy, but at that moment and at that time, you need some conversation that's positive. How about you? So, keep in mind that you got to release the past guilt and you got to release the past failures and learn to watch this girls, learn to let things and people go. I said girls and men, I know you're here, but you know what? We as females sometimes, we love to hold on things because we want to nurture them. And you know, we've been married now almost 40 years, but we still got Johnny on our mind. Oh, that's the one that I really love. And Johnny got 2 and 3 children, and they grown and done had children, and you're still believing somehow, some way God gonna work it out, and them 2 spouses are gonna die, and you're gonna be back together. Oh my God, tell you, let it go, boo. So you gotta learn to let things, and you gotta learn to let people go. And when it's time to say goodbye, say it and do it. Holding on too tightly can force you into depression. And people can see that you just bought a wonderful house. They can see that your children have just graduated. Well, let me get down to where we are. They can see that you're doing well on your tests. They can see that your parents just bought you a wonderful car. And they can see all the wonderful things that are taking place in your life, but you're still depressed. You're depressed because you refuse to let things go. Holding too tightly, what did I say? It can force you into depression and negative future relationships. How can that be? Because you're so down about you and what didn't happen good for you, till the next time somebody who's not really good for you, you'll just jump into that relationship. Okay? Because maybe momentarily it made you feel good. But give those you admire their freedom. Say that's him, that's her, that's their life. Give them that freedom. Let them make their choices in life. That was then, this is now. And you know what? No matter what has gone wrong in your life, sit down and figure out how much is left. And so with what's left, I'm going to put that together and I'm going to make something of my life. Number 6, accept others even when they are different. And here's the key, we're all unique. We have been wired up differently. We have different personalities, Relationships depend upon acceptance. Relationships depend upon acceptance. Acceptance does not mean this, that I approve of your behavior. No, but we are smart enough to know that every person has value. And if you don't know that, something's going to go wrong in your life down the road. You got to know that every person has value. Learn to celebrate diversity, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it provides new data for you. Learn to love all kinds of people. That's why I am so glad. I left Augusta when I was 5 years old. I think the next day I was turning 6, and I grew up in New England where there was all kinds of people. It was just a melting pot of people. And you know, some people, I didn't know what they were saying, but I would go to their parties and we would be doing this stuff, and I did whatever they did, I did. Whatever they did, I did. I said, what is that? They said galumpies. I said, okay, I'll eat that. It was a Polish dish, Italian dish, whatever it was. I tried to learn about it and be a part, because diversity helps you with new data. Sometimes also challenges you to get out of the rut and to break into new challenging moments of your life. Number 7, how much time do I have? Am I getting down to the wire? Okay, I'm doing good. I'm getting tired, girl. Okay. Don't you ever believe I'm running out of things to say. That's my that's one thing I am anointed to do, and that's all. All right, number 7, forgive. Forgive. Receiving and giving forgiveness. We all fail. We all fail. Forgiveness brings healing to every situation. When you forgive, you erase it. Now, I got some wonderful things I'm going to say about forgiveness, because a lot of folk, they do all kinds of dirty things to you. Yeah, they need to forgive, especially if you're a Christian. They can tell you the other side of forgiveness, how you supposed to do it, and if you don't, what the Lord said, got their neck and all stuff all into it. But then if they know all of that, they should know the other part on the other side, not to cause the limit. But I don't know, those of you that are not Christians, the Christian people have this thing called the devil. And everything they do, it's the devil did. They don't ever do anything. It's what the devil done told them, and the devil done got in their mind. And I just, you know, sometimes I don't want to be a Christian, because when I wasn't a Christian, I never found myself saying, the devil made me sleep with that woman's husband. The devil, ooh, y'all, this is a real first lady. See, I know that the devil made me steal that money. Before I met the Lord, I didn't say that. I just did it and hoped I didn't get caught. But now that I'm on the Lord's side, oh God, anything I do now, it ain't Regina no more. The devil did it. And the devil told me to say that. And Jesus. So to me it seems like then we need to make the devil say he's sorry. Nobody understands what I'm saying. But here's the thing. When you forgive, you erase it. When you forgive, you erase it. You cut off the debt. You also release the person. And please, believe you me, you release you. You wipe the slate clean. Offer reconciliation, regardless of how the other person responds. Because sometimes you can forgive and you can even reach out to a person and they won't receive you. But you offer it just the same, and it's left up to them. Forgiveness is the ultimate requirement of lasting relationships, because we know that we fail. So if we keep that in mind, that we fail, we're very apt to forgive people for what they have done. Okay? Now here's just some thoughts on forgiveness by James Blanchard. Forgiveness is a journey. So when people can't forgive you, you've done all this dirt, okay, and they can't forgive you the next minute, remember, forgiveness is a journey, okay? And this thing about, I never understood, I never accepted it in Sunday school when they say, when you forgive, you forget. Now wait a minute. Come on now, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. I can remember